On January 9, 2025, Lebanon's parliament elected Army Chief Joseph Aoun as the country's new president. After a prolonged vacancy in the presidency, which lasted more than 2 years, the general secured 99 votes in the second round of voting, surpassing the required 86 votes. This victory marked a significant shift in Lebanon's political landscape, as Hezbollah and its ally, the Amal movement, backed Aoun, signaling a decrease in Hezbollah's influence following its heavy losses in the war with Israel. Aoun, a seasoned military leader, now becomes Lebanon's first army commander to hold the presidency since the country's independence, bringing an end to a long-standing political deadlock. The election also highlights a resurgence of Saudi influence in Lebanon, as the region's power dynamics continue to shift. With this new leadership, Lebanon faces a fresh chapter after months of instability and divided factions. Several celebrities have been impacted by the devastating wildfires sweeping through Los Angeles, with notable figures like Billy Crystal and Jennifer Grey losing their homes. Crystal, who has lived in Pacific Palisades since 1979, expressed heartbreak over the loss, but vowed to persevere with the support of loved ones. Grey's daughter confirmed the destruction of the Dirty Dancing actress' home, though she and her dog are safe. Other stars, including Mandy Moore, Carrie Elwes, Diane Warren, and Spencer Pratt, shared their own losses on social media, as fires ravaged over 12,000 acres in the area. The wildfires, fueled by dry conditions and high winds, have forced evacuations, with at least 6 separate blazes burning across Los Angeles. Celebrities like James Woods and Paris Hilton have also spoken out, highlighting the widespread destruction and the heroic efforts of first responders. With thousands displaced, the community comes together to rebuild in the wake of this tragedy. President-elect Donald Trump paid his respects to the late President Jimmy Carter at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda, where Carter's flag-draped casket lay ahead of his state funeral. This visit marked Trump's first return to the Capitol since the January 6, 2021, riot by his supporters. Trump, accompanied by his wife Melania, quietly approached the casket, taking a moment of reflection before exiting the rotunda. Following the visit, the president-elect is scheduled to meet with Senate Republicans to discuss his upcoming policy agenda, which includes tax cuts, border control measures, and a focus on increasing fossil fuel production. Trump is set to attend Carter's funeral the following day, ahead of his own inauguration in just 12 days. On January 9, 2025, Pope Francis escalated his criticism of Israel's military actions in Gaza, calling the situation very serious and shameful. Speaking to a group of diplomats in his annual address, delivered on his behalf by Monsignor Filippo Ciampanelli, the Pope expressed deep concern over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, particularly the suffering of children and civilians. He condemned the destruction of vital infrastructure, such as hospitals and energy networks, and the freezing deaths caused by a lack of electricity. While the 88-year-old Pope attended the event, he delegated the speech due to a cold. His comments, made before Vatican diplomats from around the world, further emphasized the need for a ceasefire and the release of Israeli hostages. Barcelona secured a 2-0 win over Athletic Bilbao in their Spanish Super Cup semifinal on January 8, 2025, boosted by the news that Dani Olmo and Pau Victor could play in the final. The decision came just before the match, when Spain's National Sports Council allowed the duo to be registered despite Barcelona's wage cap issues. Manager Hansi Flick expressed his happiness for the players and the team, emphasizing their strong performance. Gavi and Lamine Yamal scored the goals, with Gavi even replicating Olmo's trademark wrist check celebration. Barcelona now heads to the final with renewed optimism and key players available for selection.